Welcome, my name is Carrie Sims. I'm a yoga teacher at Noda Yoga in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'd like to welcome you to Health at Home, powered by OrthoCarolina and SweatNet. So today we'll do a gentle yoga sequence that will focus on ease of our joints and ease in our breath. And what you'll need for this practice is a chair. So it could be a kitchen chair, a folding chair like I'm in. If you are using a chair at your office that has wheels, I may ask that you take that maybe back toward the wall or toward a corner so it doesn't move so much. And if you're practicing from a wheelchair, I would ask that you lock it down or turn it off if it's motorized. So we'll start by just getting some of the wiggles out of our body. So let's just move our body in any way that would feel good. So you can shake out your arms, move your toes, scamper out your feet, whatever you want to do. So just sort of get that out. And one of the things we do in yoga sometimes is start right with the breath, and that can be a little daunting. So any sort of movement you want to sort of get the wiggles out. Then let's start from a seat with our legs about as wide as our hips or shoulders. Our heels are underneath our knees somewhat. So just sort of find a nice place that you can gently press down through your feet and sit up slightly taller. Once you've found your nice tall seat, settle into that without so much effort. And we'll begin by taking 3 cleansing breaths together. So a cleansing breath is a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. 2 more like that. Breathe in and breathe out. And 1 more breath in and breath out. And we'll begin by moving our shoulders today. So we'll take our shoulders like we're shrugging them up by the ears, roll them back and lower them down. And this is a yoga sequence, so let's add our breath. Breathing in, taking your shoulders up. Breathing out, rolling them back and down. We'll do 2 more like that. Breath in, breath out, and 1 more. Breath in and breath out. All right, shake out your arms, maybe let your wrists, your elbows get a little bit of freedom. And now we'll keep our arms by our sides for this next one. We'll sit up tall again, and we'll take the shoulders up, forward, and down. So you can bend your elbows, relax your fingers, breathing in and out as we take the shoulders up, forward, and down. Breath in and breath out. All right, swing those arms again. So we'll start a little movement from our spine. So the first movement we'll do is a lateral flexion. So that's basically a side bend. So let's take one arm up. The other arm, or other hand rather, will rest on your thighs. Let your shoulder of that lifted arm just relax. Let your arm get heavy and sort of move back toward the body. Take a breath in here. Breathe out. We'll lean away from our lifted arm, maybe looking down at the floor. Once you get there, again, check in with your arm. Can you let it settle back toward the body? So this is easy in the joints. And sometimes we tend to want to move a little bit too much from the joint. So let this move from the spine. Breathe in and out. 1 more breath in brings you up. Breath out swings the arm by your side. All right. We'll take that hand that was just lifted, put it on our thigh. Second arm reaches up. We let the arm get heavy, settle back down. You sit up tall, breathe in, breathe out. We'll lean towards side number 2, maybe looking down at the floor. Let's take a few more breaths here. Breathing in and out, letting the arm get heavy and relaxed. Breath in and breath out. Last one, breathe in, come up. Breath out swings the arm by your side. So let's swing both arms by our sides. Again, sitting up tall. Give yourself a hug, and we'll twist from this position. So notice if you shrug the shoulders, if you did, let those relax. And we'll begin to turn to one side, then the other. We'll come back to center. We'll keep our arms right here. We're going to move as we breathe. So take a breath in here. Breathe out, turn toward one side. Breathe in, come back. Breathe out, turn to your second side. We'll do 2 more. Breath in and out. Breath in and out. All right, come back to center. Switch out your top arm. Now we'll breathe in and out. And as you breathe in, I want you to turn. So we switched our breath pattern. Breathe out, we come back to center. Breathe in and out. One more each side. Breath in. Breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let those arms relax. Maybe get those shoulders to move again. Shake out your arms. And let's just sort of get some of those wiggles out that we explored earlier. So this, again, is a practice that we can do at home. You can be drinking your coffee and doing this in the morning. You can be doing this at your office if you're taking a break. So it's nice to just get back into your body. So what I want us to do next is incorporate the shoulder movement we started our class with into some spinal flexion and extension. So let's take our shoulders up, forward and down, and leave them there. And then I want us to tip our pelvis back and let our spine round. And we'll stay here for 3 breaths, breathing in and out. Breathe in and out. One more. Breath in and out. Come back up. Now take your shoulders up, back and down. Let your pelvis tip forward and arch your back. And we'll stay here for 3 breaths. Breathing in and out. Breathe in and out. One more. And it might feel nice to move between those shapes if you like. Rounding the spine. I'm sitting on my cord. Rounding the spine and arching the back. There we go. All right, so let's do a little bit of movement for our hips. So we'll sit up tall and we'll lift one leg, maybe swing it around forward and back. You can even move your thigh around in a circle. Take your hand underneath your leg and sit up tall. So you can keep your hand here, or if you'd rather take your hand around the upper shin, just below the kneecap, you can. Pull back, take a breath in and out. And like we've done, we'll stay for about 3 breaths in this position. Now, if you get a cramp, you can always lower your leg down. And if you have more flexibility, you want to take your knee higher, you can do that too. And as we lower the leg, I want you to squeeze your belly like you have a tight pair of pants on. Lower that down. And let's take leg number 2 up. We'll swing it around side to side. Anything you want to do here. And then we'll sit up tall, take a breath in and out. Decide if you want your hands in a different position for this leg. And one more. Squeeze that belly gently, lower the legs. We'll walk the feet out just a bit to create some space so that we can fold forward. So our shoulders and our hips sort of stay in the same position we've had them in as we've been sitting up tall, but we'll start to hinge from our hips going a little bit forward. And we'll link this breath, or this movement rather, with breath. So we'll exhale as we go down, inhale as we come up. Legs are strong, they're supporting you. Spine is nice and neutral. Breath is gentle and easy. And we'll come all the way back up. We'll walk our feet a little bit closer. Maybe scoot back in your chair. And pause and notice what has changed in your body just through a little bit of movement. So we don't have to carve out an hour or 2 hours of our day to reconnect with our body. Just a few minutes can go a long way. So check in. What feels different than it did when we first started? How do the hips feel? How does the spine feel? And most important, in the yoga, we focus on the breath. So as you take a big breath in and out, notice if you have a little more freedom to breathe. We'll take our hands over our heart space. Acknowledge yourself for showing up, for exploring your body today. Acknowledge that spark that resides within you. And I take a little bow honoring you. So thank you so much for joining us for Health at Home by OrthoCarolina and SweatNet. We appreciate it very much.